Okay, so it's sometime after 6 p.m. on Sunday, December 8th or 9th. What is today? I don't know. No, 11th, December 11th. I am not near my computer right now, so yeah. And like I said, like if you see my past few videos, I don't have a job right now, so I haven't really kept up with the dates at all. No need to. I mean, I have nowhere to go, nowhere to be, so why bother knowing whether it's Monday, Tuesday, or Friday, or whatever. Yeah, it's still Sunday, though. And, yeah, I got a haircut, so, yeah, it looks better flipped under, but I've been having to wear hats, and it just flips out naturally anyway. So, yeah, and plus I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going to bother fixing my hair when I'm not going anywhere. And there, enjoying my thermostat, my old-timey missing a cover thermostat for whatever reason. There you go. Okay, so I finally got an interview. It's coming up this Tuesday, and I'm kind of worried, kind of not, because I apparently accidentally applied to a staffing agency, hiring agency, recruitment, whatever, one of those deals. I'm going to call it a hiring agency, And so I actually thought I was applying to a front desk office job. So, yeah, apparently, like, the thing on Indeed, it was like applying for an office job, that's what the job description was. I thought that the name of this staffing agency, the hiring agency, was the name of the company, and yeah, so I accidentally applied to that instead. Whoops. Which I guess is okay. I mean, I've never done a hiring agency thing before, but we're going to see how this goes. Though, now thinking about the name of the company, it does sound like a hiring agency's company name, not that I think about it, so anyhow. And I've actually, I think, applied to 2 jobs through this company. I'm going to try to go for the one that's 8 to 5 and not 7:45 to 4:30. Yeah. I just applied to that one out of desperation because my granny was annoying me at the time. I just needed to apply for something. I have no intention of going for the 7:45 in the morning job. That ain't gonna happen. My ass couldn't get to job at work at 9 o'clock. Do you really think I'm gonna get somewhere at 7:45? That ain't gonna happen. But anyhow, so I'm gonna try for the 8 o'clock one and hope that later on they have an afternoon job. Why does everybody have to work 8 to 5? Like, what is it of that? Why can't we work 5 to, 11 or whatever? I don't know how many hours that is because I'm not doing math in my head. Or, when most people want to go home, that's when I want to go to work. I want it to be dark when I come home, So, yeah, I'm more of a night person. Like really at night. I don't have any problem working at midnight and coming home at 1 in the morning. Doesn't bother me in the least. Ain't gonna happen, because there's nothing out there that's decent. There's hospital work, but I'm not a nurse, so yeah, no. But yeah, so I have found a few reviews of this place through Google. When you go into Google and it brings up the address of the place, maybe a little picture and a map and a few reviews. That's all I found on this place, 5 reviews, 5 or 6 reviews. The first review is a 5-star review, and the lady reviewing it has the same first name as the lady who called me telling me I had the interview. So, pretty sure it's the same person. The rest are 1-star reviews. Maybe there might be a 2-star review in there, but mostly they're 1-star, really, really, really bad reviews. So, at this point, I'm kind of just going for the experience. I don't expect to get the job, but we're just gonna wing it and see what happens. It's most people are talking about the building being really out of date, really old, which I can forgive that. I mean, most companies aren't just going to go out and build a whole new building every time something updates. So, I mean, as long as it doesn't look like it's falling apart and I'm going to fall through the floor, I'm okay with that. Plus, that's not the place I'm applying to work at anyway, so, okay, whatever. And it's also one of those places that, those places where you're driving down and you think, I'm going to turn in here, and there's never anywhere to turn. You have to go all the way around, go in the back weird way, whatever, I don't know. Apparently it's one of whatever those type of places is. I don't know. And apparently there's 2 ladies there. The lady who called me, there's a Melissa, and then there's a Tammy. I'm just gonna go ahead and say those names because they're apparently really, really common, and you're not gonna know who Melissa or Tammy is because I'm not telling you the name of the place. So we're gonna go with that. So Melissa called me. Melissa sounded okay. I did miss her first few calls because I didn't know my phone does not make a noise when I get a voicemail. I had no idea. I completely missed the first few voicemails because I didn't know I had voicemail and that there was no icon on my phone. I just randomly checked and I'm like, here's like 4 voicemails from Melissa. Whoops. So sorry about that, Melissa, even though you'll never see this. Still new to using this phone and its actual phone features like calling people and talking to them and checking voicemail. So yeah. And then, so you go there and then I gotta go away Gmail. And then you talk to Tammy, who apparently is loud, and according to the reviews, is loud and rude and whatever else. I don't know. Let's go find the reviews on this person. Hopefully, I gotta get going anyway. Whoops, and trip over something. There you go. And, if I can pick up a thing here. Okay, sorry. I gotta get going to dinner in a minute here. And let's see, I've gotta hold this, try to get my thing up here. To Google, gotta bring it back up. And apparently, like, I was told I would be there an hour. I'm thinking, oh crap, what are we going to talk about for an hour? I mean, you know, there's this basic, like, what's your, like, best and worst qualities? I have no idea. Like, and a lot of the time in medical offices, I get, tell me about a difficult experience you had with a patient. I worked in medical records. I didn't really talk to patients that much. And, like, the only time I ever had a problem with a patient is when they demanded to know something, and I didn't know it. I had to, because of my position in the office at the time, I was not qualified to answer the patient's question. I had to pass them on to a nurse who could tell them further. So, pass them on to somebody else. That's what I have to do, because it depends on time. I got no makeup on here, and my spots are showing. It's awesome. Let me type this in here. Here we go. No, it's not right. There you go. And bring it up. Okay, here we go. Oh, sorry, okay, the place I'm going to has 2.8 stars, so it's showing like 3 out of 5, but it's really 2.8. 5 Google reviews. Okay, so the first review is from Melissa, her name, and it's just 5 stars, no words, no nothing. This next person from 11 months ago says, the below review... Okay, apparently I'm missing a few reviews. It's going backwards. Oh, let's start at the top, apparently. Apparently it goes from the oldest on down. So, first review. Within a month of my first assignment, I am fired, and not just by the company, but by as well. There was no warning that I had made some mistake, nor any other red flags that my last day had been my last. I asked why, and with every reason, I had a rational explanation, and when I filed for wrongful termination, all the reasons had been shifted. Such as when I explained that I had put my head on a desk due to a seizure, which left me exhausted, and waited until 11 a.m. because that was the earliest you could go back on break. Blah, blah. Okay. So this person has, like, valid reasons as to why they did what they did. At the same time, I don't know... The reviews are for this location, but at the same time, North Carolina is a at-will state, meaning you can up and quit at any time. You don't have to give a reason. At the same time, your boss can fire you at any time for no reason. Your boss in North Carolina does not need a reason to let you go. If they don't like you anymore, you can go out the door. They don't like your hair, out the door. It doesn't matter. You don't, like, there doesn't need to be a reason, so this review kind of confuses me. I mean, it is a douche move, but it's, as far as I know, perfectly legal in North Carolina, so, yeah. Next review. I have worked with staffing agencies before, but this was by far my worst experience. When I moved to the area, I began to send out my resume to several corporations and also staffing agencies. When I was contacted by, I had a pleasant phone call with a woman, same here. We spoke for a few minutes about what I was looking for and my availability. We didn't really, like, when I called, it was like at 4:45, so I didn't give much time to talk about anything. So, yeah. I'm pretty sure she talked to the same lady I did. blah, blah, blah. After not accepting my offer, I called blank back and asked about how to move forward with their position, and I was met with a very rude and blunt woman, the same one from the day before. The woman said that she never said that there was a position available, but I would have to come in for an interview, and then I would be placed by the agency. Nonetheless, I scheduled an interview. I should have known not to waste my time when they told me that I had to print out my own paperwork. I've got to do that too, as well as use MapQuest instructions, because Google Maps had their addresses mixed up. Fast forward to the interview. The office was very outdated. It was like I had stepped in a time machine and somehow ended up on the set of Golden Girls. I met with a nice woman by the name of Tammy. I think, yeah, the person I'm meeting is also Tammy. Or the same Tammy, obviously. And we spoke about opportunities she thought I would be a good fit for, given my education and background. At the end of our meetings, she said that she would send my profile out to the employer and would get back to me within 7 business days. Fast forward 2 months later and still no call or even a follow-up to say they could place me in other positions. Yeah, I ain't got 2 months. I need a job like now. So, yeah. Okay, just gonna move my hand. Another reviewer says, some crazy woman called me about a job, but she never really said what kind of place it was, and I never remember even sending my resume to them. The problem I had was her freaking bossy attitude and the way she asked me I gotta switch hands here. Whoops. Mouse. Answer questions. I swear, it was nothing short of a police interrogation. Unbelievable. She said, my hand's shaking, sorry. And that's a great view. Okay. Why is my hand shaking so bad? That's ridiculous. Okay, that's okay. I'm like really scrunched up on the couch here, but just like, this is a great view, but we're just gonna go with it. Then she told, or maybe not, unbelievable. Then she told me that I had a different address than the one I had on my resume. Like she knows where I live, and I don't. I've never ever been called by a recruiter that was so rude. Well, our conversation was cut real short because I hung up on her butt and reported her, but that idiot woman was no better, and I just didn't get it. I would never work for that place. Yeah, honey, you're not applying for that place. Yeah. I think she got confused. Like I did, because when I apply for the jobs I apply for, I could not tell at all that it was for a hiring agency. I thought I was applying directly to the office that the job was at. So that's kind of a little bit underhanded, but yeah. And the next review says, the below review that I just read couldn't be said any better. I was led to believe by the information they provided that the company itself needed a receptionist. Not only was I asked to take an offer from another company, I was asked to print my own application and MapQuest directions. Reading and driving is a big no-no and is unsafe. Yeah, it is. While in the office that was extremely outdated, I was asked to fill out a mountain of paperwork, tax information, literally an hour of reading and paperwork. I didn't mind at the time. Once completed, I met with a very stern, almost angry woman, which I'm guessing is the Tammy. Also, the tax paperwork, I don't know my tax information. I would have to bring my tax papers with me, and I was not asked to do that, so I'm not going to do that, so whatever. She was loaded down with either hairspray or perfume. Too strong for a closed-door office setting. It choked me. Needless to say, she read my resume and asked what I liked most about my work. After telling her, she told me that this wasn't the right job for me. I have 12 years of experience being a receptionist in veterinary medicine, several years receptioning in general. Since I had veterinary still being medical, she advised I look for a veterinary position. The offer I had was veterinary. If you enjoy the Golden Girls and wasting your time and almost getting killed following the directions they provide, then by all means, if you're looking for a modern, up-to-date staffing agency that understands something is better than nothing, I strongly suggest you do core research and take the reviews literal. Yeah. So I'm putting helpful. We'll see how this goes. So that is apparently what I have in store for me. Yeah, this sum is 15 minutes, so I will do my own review of the place when I get back on the review. Sorry, my interview is on Tuesday, so we're just going to see how this goes. like last time I tried looking up questions and trying to figure out what a good answer to questions will be, like, what do you enjoy? Like what are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? Blah, 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 blah. To me, yeah, I'm just gonna wing it because fuck it. And also, this is kind of why I don't do cover letters ever for, like whenever I think cover letters are outdated now anyway, but a lot of places when I try to apply ask me for cover letters. And to me, cover letters seem really, really conceited. I'm the greatest at this. I did this, this, and this. Look how awesome I am. This is why you should hire me, because I'm so awesome. Yeah, no, to me, like, at least, I mean, I'm sure that's not how every cover letter is, but to me, that's how every example I've ever seen reads. And yeah, for me, if you want to know how I am in a company or doing a certain job, hire me and find out. Like, we all have different views on how people are. Like, to somebody, you might be the shit, like, you're the awesomest thing ever, and another person just might think you're just plain shit, you know? So, cover letters don't really do that much. I mean, you can build yourself up to be the greatest thing ever, and you might not be all that in a bag of chips. And yes, I just used that phrase. So, cover letters are, for me, pretty much meaningless. Like, I am not, like, unless you're applying to be an editor or writer, I don't see the point of cover letters, because I'm not being hired for my writing ability. I'm being hired to do a certain job, and that's what I expect to do, not right, and that's, like, the job I'm hired to do is what I expect to be judged on, or for people's opinions to be based on, not my ability to write and make myself sound awesome. Hopefully that makes some sense, and this video is way too long already, and I'm gonna go, and I will see you all later. Bye!